All right, looks like we are live for both. So cheers, guys.
There we go. Oh, shoot.
Thanks for coming.
Cheers.
Appreciate you guys being on. Hey guys, Matt here. We are back for another steak battle video. We have some new people on the steak battle tonight. We have Valerie Mandujano and Mason Ford. So this is season 7, episode 7. What we have tonight, guys, is we have 3 different steaks. So this will be steak 1, steak 2, steak 3. We'll try out all 3 steaks, and then at the end we'll determine which one was your guys' favorite. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into steak 1 here. I personally like the pieces like towards the end. I find those to be a little bit more tender. So Valerie, I was looking at your stats today, and you've been playing really good lately. Last few events, you're what, like 3rd, 5th, 6th, or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. But I did notice you did have a little bit of a slow start at the beginning of the year. What do you attribute some of your success of recent to compared to the beginning of the year?
I think just finally getting comfortable with like the rhythm of the tour. I feel like it's one thing to play in an event, and then it's another thing to go on tour and kind of play multiple events back to back. And I think it's just kind of getting familiar with that all again, getting familiar with the sense of I'm not home. I tell people many times like I'm a homebody, and I think it's getting used to making the RV my home and kind of making the tour my home. So I think it's just kind of getting that feeling of being back in the rhythm of a tour life.
So I saw that you guys do RV versus like Airbnb. What is it about RV that you guys like versus just doing like an Airbnb?
For me, it's having a home pretty much on the road. Like we can go to an RV park, we can drop it there for the week that we're there, you know, and then go to the course and then come back to our home. It's just, I know it's easy to get burnt out on tour, going new places every single week, but with the RV, it's still a home to go back to. I think that really helps me a lot.
Yeah, I've heard that before with people that do RV versus, you know, Airbnb. It's like you have the same bed every night. And so you're familiar with that, where like anytime you go to a new Airbnb, you gotta get used to that bed. Like in Florida, we had these beds where the mattress was like this thick. It was miserable. We might as well just lay it on the ground, you know, and obviously you're not gonna play well. So, all right, so yeah, we had steak 1. Let's go ahead and dive into steak 2 here.
You got it.
I want this piece. This one's calling my name.
Oh, that's good.
So Mason, I saw that you are right now just outside the bubble for making the tour championship. What is it you think you need to do to get to that next level, to get yourself securely inside and, you know, get back to where, you know, you're there to win another Elite Series?
I think in years past, I normally start hotter on the tour. And this year, for some reason, I just didn't. I think it just accounts to disc golf having seasons of its own. Normally when people play hot, they have their stretch to where they play hot, and I think that's what I need, is just my stretch of 4 or 5 events where I start to heat up and capitalize on that.
Yeah, I mean, you look at like Gannon's season last year, you know, he only had 1 win really throughout about this time last year. You know, and then obviously he finished super hot. You know, and there's still a lot of disc golf left. You know, we still have the 2 majors coming up. For the men, they have 3 majors still. And you finish the year with a lot of big events with GMC, Maple Hill. And really, in my opinion, like how you start the year, no one really remembers. You know, it's like how you finish the year, you know. So like what events do you think you're looking forward to next, or what event do you think you're going to be the most competitive at?
I don't know what it is about Ledgestone, but I always love playing Ledgestone. I like the contrast between the Open, Lake Eureka, and Northwoods Black. I think it really highlights who is the best player. And I think over the last couple of years, I've been playing Lake Eureka better and better as I get a little bit more experience on it. And I feel like, yeah, Northwoods is just, I can throw my fairway drivers all day and not have to worry about throwing a driver.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
something about Ledgestone, I always love going there and playing there.
What'd you get there last year? Do you remember?
I think I topped 20.
Nice.
I don't know if I played all that well, but
Yeah.
I know I played hot the first day.
Well, last year was weird too because it was 4 rounds at Lake
Yeah,
Erie.
just the- yeah.
Versus
Yeah.
we didn't play Northwoods.
Which doesn't seem like Ledgestone to me.
Yeah, it's
personally.
not-
It just doesn't feel the
No.
same.
All right, so we had stake 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and dive into stake 3 here.
I'll take this piece.
So, are you guys doing the European swing, or what events are you guys playing in Europe?
Partially. We'll just be playing the festival and Worlds.
All right,
Yeah.
so the 2 majors.
2 majors.
But it is our first time going, so I
Yeah.
feel like
Oh,
it's,
you guys haven't been to Europe before?
Never
That's
been.
my first time too.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to be there for 5 weeks. So I leave on Monday,
Oh, wow.
and we're doing the 2 in Norway, and then for Gannon and I, then we go to China right after that, and we're there for a week.
So what is
Oh.
your last event in Europe? Is it Worlds?
It's Worlds,
And then you fly
and
to
then on
China?
that Monday we fly to China and do the World Games in China.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, a little nerve-wracking.
For sure.
But yeah, it's also my first time in Europe. Is there something you guys are looking forward to in Europe that you haven't seen before?
I mean, obviously the disc golf courses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody talks so highly of them, and then disc golf is just so different in Europe from what I hear. And then just a different country, because
Yeah.
I've never been out of the U.S.
Yeah.
I don't think you have
Same,
either.
no.
Yeah. Alexis went to Guam once, but I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, same for me. I've been to Canada. I've been to like Mexico for resorts. But yeah, I haven't been overseas, so I'm really looking forward to that too. Yeah, it's kind of the same. Like I've seen the Beast,
Yep.
on coverage a million times. So it's different when you're actually there. I'm really looking forward to the crowd.
Yeah.
Like the crowd's going to be insane. Like I heard they sold like 15,000 tickets or something like that.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, a little nerve wracking to play in front of.
No, I think it'll be cool. It's yeah. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So all right, so we've tried all 3 stakes. This was stake 1, stake 2, and stake 3. So rank them as like your favorite. So it could be like 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. Mason, we'll start with you.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
All right, so it'd actually be 3,
Oh, sorry.
1, 2.
3, 1, 2.
And
I'm gonna go my favorite, second favorite, third. All in order.
1, 2,
All right, so
Yeah,
1, 2, 3. All right, so
You didn't like 3?
I really liked 1 first, and then second, third.
So I just want to make sure that I got these. Sometimes I get them mixed up, so I got to retry 1.
I just like the char taste to 1.
See, but that's what I liked about that one.
Really?
And definitely the piece of steak that you get can make a difference. Like you said, like the char, sometimes the tenderness.
I can see that.
I feel like this one was sweeter, and I didn't like that it was kind of sweet.
Really? I don't know. I think that's why I liked it.
Yeah. Feel free to keep diving in. I think I got mine mixed up. I know what 2 is. I think I got 1 and 3 mixed up, so I'm retrying them
Now I'm
out.
trying this one. You said sweet. Now I'm thinking, was it sweet?
It is kind of, at least to me. I don't know, this one was my favorite. I want this fatty looking piece.
All right, I know what they are now. So, steak 1 was a new seasoning that we've never had before, and it was this Calgary steak seasoning from R.L. Schreiber. There's a guy on the internet, and every time, I forget his name, Robert Schaefer, he reached out to me. He sent me a bunch of seasonings, and we talked about it yesterday in the steak battle. He offered to make me my own seasoning.
Wow.
But he's sent me a bunch, so shout out to Robert Schaefer. He works for this company. They can make their own seasonings, but he sent me a whole bunch, so I thought we'd try out one of his. But yeah, the first one was this Calgary steak seasoning.
I'm gonna have to take a picture afterwards. Buy it for myself.
Yeah, yeah, you can actually have that one if you like.
thank you.
I actually have 2 of those, so you can definitely have that one. The second one is this garlic butter steak seasoning from Fire and Smoke Society. This one I've used before. Yeah, also not necessarily my favorite. But the one, steak 3, was the ultimate steak and roast rub. So the ultimate steak and roast rub is my personal favorite. It's the one that we have on every steak seasoning. So kind of how this got started was I was just curious if other people would like the same seasoning as I did. So this is the one that we have on everyone. So yeah, so it's not always the one that like comes out on top. Sometimes it's last place. But yeah, so anyway, this was Steak Battle Season 7, Episode 7. Tomorrow night we don't have a steak battle. Friday or Saturday, I have Anthony Barella on, and I'm sure he'll bring some of his friends. And then Sunday we have Simon and Eagle on. But tomorrow night, like I said, we're also grilling some steaks, so feel free to come over if you guys are hungry.
Thank you.
Love to have you guys back. Well, thanks for being on, guys.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.